Hello, everyone. The boring movie guy back once again, and I want to talk about a movie that I feel does not get a whole lot of attention. At least I feel it doesn't. The movie is Take Shelter with Michael Shannon. Jessica Chastain is in there as his wife, and I believe Shea Wiggum is in here as well. Shea Wiggum, I probably remember him most from Boardwalk Empire, playing Steve Buscemi's brother on that show. The police captain or police chief or whatever, the crooked police chief guy. Um, yeah, this movie is, I believe it came out in 2010, 2011, something like that. I think it was like 2011. But yeah, this for me was the first film I seen directed by Jeff Nichols. If you don't know who Jeff Nichols is, I really highly recommend that you get your hands on some of his movies because man, the guy is so damn good. He can take these small budgets and just make fantastic films with them. Like this movie here, I think it only has about a $5 million budget, which for me being not making a whole lot of money, feels that's a lot of money. But at the same time, nowadays with all these like big like multi-million-dollar movies being made, like these Avenger movies or Marvel DC movies and other type of movies, 5 million, like you probably couldn't even get like what Chris Hemsworth for $5 million in a movie. so so with Take Shelter here, it's about a guy. He's got like a normal job. He does like some sort of drilling or something like that, and yeah, he starts having these very very scary nightmares where he sees like a bad storm is coming and all this like bad stuff happening to his family during this storm. Like, yeah, it's he's sort of like seeing in his dream like the apocalypse is like coming soon. So because of this, he starts getting very panicky, and he starts taking very drastic measures, like building a shelter. Well, he already has a shelter, but he like makes it bigger and makes it more advanced and more ready for like something bad coming up soon. But yeah, like everyone starts seeing him as like this madman, and he's going nuts. Like his family, I think his brother even like shows up and is like, "What are you doing? I think you should go see someone or something like that." And his wife is sort of like, "I don't know what to do. Like, I know that there's something wrong with him, but like she just does not know what to do." And he has like a daughter in this movie that has I think she's like deaf, and they need to focus on her, and instead he's focusing more on getting this shelter going because he sees like these bad things coming soon. And yeah, like even when he like wakes up from these dreams, you see like he peed the bed or he starts bleeding from like his mouth and stuff like that. So it's a interesting movie, like, and of course you're wondering like, is this ever gonna happen? Like, is what he is seeing in his dreams, are they gonna happen? I'm not gonna say anything, but you'll have to watch the movie to find out for yourself. But yeah, Michael Shannon, what can I say? He's one of my favorite actors right now, man. Favorite living actors. He's been so good in like everything that he's done, even like the crummy movies, like like Pottersville, for instance. That's like a guilty pleasure for like me and Matt. I remember Matt like called me up and he was like, dude, you have got to see this movie, Pottersville. So I don't know what it is, but it's not a very good movie, but I really enjoyed watching it. So I was like, okay, I'll check that out. And sure enough, I was like, this is a very I don't know what to even say about this. I actually like enjoyed it, but at the same time, you're like, I know it's bad, but it's very enjoyable. But I love Michael Shannon, man. I mean, every movie he's in, I have to see it. Like the guy just, oh, he's so damn good. And sadly, it seems like Hollywood does not know how to use the guy. Like he has gotten Oscar nominations, but I feel like he should be like main actor in everything that he does, but instead he gets put in like these little supporting roles. And I mean, it just tells you how great he is that he's put in these little roles, these supporting roles, but he winds up overshadowing everyone in the film. And of course, Boardwalk Empire, he was so damn good on Boardwalk Empire. He was probably the best part of Boardwalk Empire. Everyone was talking about the what's his name, the guy with his half of his face off or whatever on Boardwalk Empire, but me, I was drawn into Michael Shannon all the way, man. He was so good. And then of course you got Jessica Chastain in here. I think this was like one of her first like big breakout roles, because if you look at her filmography, like, yeah, the films before this, there wasn't really much going on there, but then when she did this, like, all of a sudden you seen her pop up in like Zero Dark 30 and stuff like that. And now she's like a big star now, and man, is she smoking hot, man. Jessica Chastain, daddy, oh my god, is she hot. But Jeff Nichols, some other movies he's directed, Shotgun Diaries. I think that was like or Shotgun Stories. I keep calling it Shotgun Diaries. I apologize. It's called Shotgun Stories. I think there's another movie out there called Shotgun Diaries. I keep getting them mixed up, but it's Shotgun Stories. That one was like, I think that was even under $1 million at budget. Like it might have been like $500,000, maybe $250,000, and that film is great as well, man. And you wouldn't even think like it was only like $250,000 budget. Like you think it, you look at it and you think it's got to be like a couple million, maybe even like a little bit over 10. But no, it's not even $1 million budget. It's just fantastic. His film work, man. Like Mud, for instance, or Midnight Special was great. I know that sort of didn't get much praise, but I thought that was a great movie. I don't know about you. Let me know if you thought Midnight Special was a great movie. I know his most recent film was a film called Loving. I have not seen it because it really didn't get much distribution, man. Like, I didn't even know it came out until like I looked up his filmography, and I was like, wait a minute, he made a new movie? Why didn't I know about this? And here it got an Oscar nomination for Best Lead Actress, and I didn't even know about the movie. What the hell? So I'm gonna try and get my hands on that movie. It'll probably be like something I buy pretty soon, because I want to get all of Jeff Nichols movies in my collection. So far I just have Mud and this. I don't even think Shotgun Stories got a Blu-ray release yet. I hope it does. Midnight Special and Loving did get Blu-ray releases, so I'll be getting those. But yeah, the thing is that this is actually like out of print. This fucking movie, Take Shelter. Like, I was surprised because I really wanted this movie, so I was like, okay, let's go on Amazon and get it. Sure enough, Amazon didn't have a price, which means that they didn't have any in stock. And usually if they don't have a price, that means that they're not going to get it in stock. So I was like, what the hell? So I went on eBay, and it was like selling for like $30. I was like, what? What? So I sort of put it in my saved searches, and luckily, like, it took a while, but finally someone put it up for like a measly like $8. I was like, okay, buy it now. Let's get out of here. I want it. So this is the copy I got. I can't believe it because this is actually a Sony Pictures classic release. And as you know, Sony is the owners of Blu-ray, so for some reason they decided not to print any more of this. Like, I think this only had like one run or whatever, for this movie. I don't know if it just didn't sell well and Sony was just like, yeah, forget it, we're not gonna make any more. But it's just too bad, man. This is a great movie. I love this movie, man. It's so damn good. The thing is, I recently actually watched this for the first time in a while because I bought the Blu-ray and I was like, okay, I haven't seen this in a while, so let's go ahead and watch it. So I watched it, and man, so damn good. Like, I think this is gonna be a movie that gets better with age because there's so much fucked up shit going on in the world right now, and then you're just sitting there scratching your head, just going, "What the fuck is going on, man? What the fuck is going on?" And I feel like the character, I feel like the Michael Shannon character in this movie sometimes, where it's like, oh man, I wish I can just dig a hole, fucking bury myself, and not fucking come out. So, yeah, I feel like this movie is gonna slowly build up a cult following. If it doesn't have one already, I feel like it does, but I just don't know people who who seen this movie. So I really hope people do click on this review and actually listen to what I have to say, because I really love recommending films that I absolutely love, and people going out and finding them and watching them and loving them too, and maybe coming back and saying thank you for that film recommendation because I loved the movie and I would have never seen it if I had not seen your video or you hadn't recommended it to me. So thank you very much. So if there's anyone out there who has not seen this, please go and see it. And if you love it, come back at me and say you loved it. It'll make me feel better. If you didn't like it, then I guess come back at me as well and say, oh, that movie sucked. Go screw yourself. So I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I really love Michael Shannon's performance in this film. His performance is so damn good in this movie. And I think Jessica Chastain, she is fantastic in this movie as well. Just perfect casting, man. And like I said, this movie only had a $5 million budget. And I'm guessing that both actors had to take a huge pay cut to be in this movie. Maybe because they really believed in the material, which I think is the reason why. Because I know if I read this script, I would have been like, oh man, this is going to be a great movie. So I got a feeling that they just said, yeah, we just want to be in this movie, man. Who cares about what we're getting paid? This is a great script. Like, this is a script that, you don't see much anymore. So I really love the performances in this film, and I can't praise Jeff Nichols enough, man. If you're out there watching this, Jeff Nichols, I love you, man. Please keep making movies, because I am always going to be the first one in line to want to see your movies. I love your work. I worship you. If people ever ask me for recommendations, I always have to ask them, have you seen any of Jeff Nichols' movies? And if they go, who's Jeff Nichols? And I go, okay, have you seen Mud, Take Shelter, anything? They'll be like, and if 9 times out of 10 they're going to say no, and I'll be like, go out there, watch every single one of Jeff Nichols' movies. He is such a great fucking director. I think one of the best living directors right now, and I wish that Hollywood would give him a fucking break, because I'm telling you, I think he would be a great director to maybe take over the fucking DC universe right now, because man, the DC universe is fucked up, man. Like, I'm telling you, if he took over fucking Superman, I got a feeling it would be the fucking greatest Superman movie ever made. Well, you got Christopher Reeve to compete with, but I mean, it would be very close to like how great the Christopher Reeve movies are. So please, Hollywood, give Jeff Nichols a chance. He's making these small, minuscule budget films, and I'm seeing like a master at you know I'm seeing like the next like master of just directing, and I'm telling you, I don't get why they have not snagged him up yet. Hollywood. It might be Jeff Nichols. He might have integrity and is like, hey, I don't want to make those big budget movies. I want to keep making these special small budget films that are really giving me a lot of fulfillment. So if that's the case, I love him even more. And please, Jeff Nichols, never stop making movies, because, like I said, I am always going to be there to watch him.